What's up, guys? Man Cave Collectibles coming back at you today with a really cool statue that I have recently picked up. I grabbed this guy off Sideshow Collectibles. So this is the PCS Collectibles Optimus Prime Autobot Commander. They call this their classic scale statue. These run in a smaller scale than I believe they have what's called a museum scale statue, which is a good bit larger. So, this runs in what would probably be, with a typical statue, more like a 1/7 scale size. However, we know this is not even 1/7 scale for Optimus Prime. This would be much smaller than that, being that Optimus Prime, is much larger than a regular 6 to 7 foot superhero. We'll get our measuring tape out. We'll take a look at him. We'll do some size comparisons on this guy, kind of give you a better feel for his size. Let's start by taking a look at the box. I'll throw up a few slides here of the box itself. Real nice retro packaging on this box, kind of reminiscent of the boxes of some of the Transformers toys that came out back in the 80s. So really nice product shot there on the front. We got our Transformers emblem and name up in the top left-hand corner there. PCS Collectibles with their branding there in the bottom right-hand corner. And when we flip over to the back, we basically have the same picture that we had on the front, just a more fuller image, kind of showing that full body there for Optimus Prime. This was done in collaboration with Hasbro, so it is a licensed statue. Again, I picked this guy up off Sideshow Collectibles. There are additional statues already announced in this line. We've got a Soundwave that looks fantastic, and also a Grimlock that will be coming, both in this classic scale, as they refer to it. So let's get right on into the figure himself. So we're looking at this figure. He comes on a base that is done in a Autobot emblem outline. I don't know how well we can get that to show here on the camera without, we can just pop him off probably and take a look at this base. So you can see that is in the shape of an Autobot emblem. Got some nice detail here. You got probably Spike or his dad's little construction helmet there. Really nice. I think that does a good job of kind of showing the scale of Optimus Prime and compared to what a human would be, being that, he's got his little hard hat there. We got, a little breaker box or some type of box there. Looks like maybe this is, you'd imagine this would be maybe at a substation or something, and, something along those lines. Really nice. Prime pops in there just with a peg. He's got a peg hole there. And just slide that in, and he fits right down in like so. So really cool base there, very simple, but looks really nice. Now he is done in the cell shaded deco, which gives him a really cool cartoon accurate look to his paint job. The paint is phenomenal. Almost flawless. There's not really anywhere I can find that I see paint issues, which, at a figure that is running about 150 to 160 bucks, that's hard to really find in today's world. So, I do some reviews, and I've done some, we'll have more in the future of, things like the Marvel Premiere Collection. Those are statues that run 150 to 200 bucks, and you always are finding some type of paint issue. I'm not really seeing that. So as we kind of work our way up, we've seen the base. The base looks really nice. It's painted well. It's kind of got some little bit of a brown wash kind of across a black paint scheme on the ground to kind of give it that dirt look. All of the metal bits and pieces that are part of that little diorama there are painted well. They all kind of have a worn wash over the top of them. As we move on up, we see that Prime is cell shaded, kind of a tongue twister there, with kind of a darker blue and I guess there's at least three different blue colors here, just in the legs and the blue areas to kind of give it that shaded look. So it looks really nice. The gray kind of done the same way. Spin them on around here to the back side. Sometimes in pictures with this guy, you really can't tell if you're even looking at an image from the cartoon, or you're looking at a statue. It's done so well. So just a phenomenal statue here. Let's take a look at a few of the accessories that come with him and change outs, and then we'll do some size comparisons. All right, guys, so when you get Optimus, he comes in multiple pieces, and he's assembled via a magnetic magnets in each of the pieces. So first thing we'll go ahead and look at is the additional accessory, which is his plasma axe, or energon axe, I guess you could call it. Whatever the actual term for it is. Looks really nice. It's just kind of a clear, I would imagine it's a plastic material. Best I can tell, it is a plastic material, where the rest of him is, I believe he's polyresin or resin for the remainder of the statue. And that's just as simple for swap out on that as pulling this arm out, and this arm slides in. Let's see if we can get that to slide in, and held by magnet. So that is your look for the plasma arm if you want it. And can have it up as well. I think the up is the actual proper look for that. Let me back up our camera a little bit so we can see that in full. So you can see that that is the proper fit for that. The other one would work, but it didn't fit in the hole quite as nicely. So that's what you'd be looking at if you wanted to go with the arm. So we'll go ahead and pop that back off. That is the only accessory that came with him, is just that additional arm. Pop that back in like that. As far as the other portions, you've got his head, which pops off. We'll take a real close look at it. It looks excellent. Great paint work all the way around. Very good. All right, we'll go ahead and pull out some additional statues just to do a little size comparison for you, and we'll wrap up our video. All right, guys, just to give you a little feel for the size of this guy, we got a Marvel Premier Collection Lady Deadpool here on the right. On the left, we've got the 3-0/3A, whatever they're called now, Optimus Prime DLX scale figure from their Bumblebee movie line. So you can see he's a pretty small statue. Definitely, there's no way to scale him as far as what scale statue this guy is, because this is a 1/7 scale statue that is bigger than what's probably a 40 or 50 foot robot in reality. So it's a very small scale. It would be in a league of its own. This line will be in a statue collection, but again, they look so good, and you're going to be able to put a good many of them on a shelf if you got Billy cases or detolfs that you display in, like myself. You'll be able to get probably 2 or 3 of these on a shelf at least. So there he is, guys, a review of the PCS Collectibles Optimus Prime classic scale statue. Hope you guys enjoyed this. If If you did, click like and subscribe. Feel free to comment below. Do you have this statue? Do you like the statue? Do you plan to get him and collect any of the upcoming statues in this line? Hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Stay safe. Until next time.